The words echoed across the concrete training ground like an insult carved into stone. A SEAL that weak. Laughter followed. Not the friendly kind. The sharp, dismissive kind that cuts deeper than a blade. 250 elite forces stood in formation. SEALs, Rangers, Delta operators, Marine Recon, intelligence officers, and high-ranking observers from multiple commands. This was not a place for weakness. This was where reputations were forged, destroyed, or immortalized. She stood alone in the center. Captain Evelyn Cross. Calm, silent, unmoving. Her uniform bore no flashy decorations. No exaggerated patches. Just the essentials. Earned, not advertised. Her posture was disciplined, her eyes steady. She didn't flinch when the insult was thrown at her, nor when the man who said it stepped forward. Commander Richard Hale. A celebrated figure, known more for his voice than his battlefield presence. He was tall, broad-shouldered, surrounded by men who believed rank equaled superiority. He took another step closer. Is this really the SEAL they're praising now? He sneered. Looks more like support staff than combat. A murmur rippled through the ranks. Evelyn said nothing. Silence can be terrifying when wielded by the right person. Hale mistook it for fear. He raised his hand. The strike never landed. In one fluid motion, so fast it barely registered, Evelyn shifted her weight, redirected his momentum, and delivered a precise counter that shut his body down before his brain could react. Commander Hale collapsed, out cold. The sound of his body hitting the ground echoed louder than any gunshot. 250 elite forces froze. No cheers, no gasps, just stunned silence. She stepped back, returned to attention, and spoke calmly. Respect is not demanded, it's earned. No one moved to restrain her. Because the men who mattered, the real professionals, recognized exactly what they had just witnessed. Years earlier, the mission that defined her. The desert burned like an open furnace. Heat shimmered across the landscape as SEAL Team VIPER-6 lay pinned behind shattered stone walls in hostile territory. Enemy fire rained down relentlessly. Ammunition was running low. Communications were damaged. Air support had been denied. Extraction was impossible. Hope was fading. Lieutenant Mark Reyes, team leader, pressed his helmet to the dirt. "We're out of options," he muttered. Then came the sound. A distant growl, low, heavy, unmistakable. An A-10 Thunderbolt II. The pilots monitoring the airspace had dismissed the possibility earlier. Weather conditions were brutal. Enemy anti-air systems were active. The mission was deemed too risky. But someone had ignored the odds. "Holy hell," one of the operators whispered. The A-10 screamed overhead, flying dangerously low. Its pilot, call sign, Iron Valkyrie, had entered the kill zone without clearance. Command yelled in her headset. "Abort, abort, you're cleared to disengage." Her reply was calm. "Negative, I have eyes on friendlies." The battlefield exploded with controlled precision. The GAU-8 Avenger roared, shredding enemy armor and positions with devastating accuracy. Missiles followed. Every strike was calculated. Every pass was deliberate. Within minutes, the enemy offensive collapsed. The SEALs survived, not because of protocol, but because one pilot refused to abandon them. That pilot was Evelyn Cross, the woman behind the call sign. Evelyn never sought attention. Raised in a military family, she learned early that discipline wasn't about obedience, it was about responsibility. Her father, a decorated veteran, taught her one rule. Skill speaks louder than rank. She trained harder than most, endured more, complained less. When she transitioned from aviation support to special operations integration, skepticism followed her like a shadow. A woman, quiet, no bravado, but results don't lie. She trained alongside SEALs, learned ground tactics, studied sniper operations, understood intelligence analysis, counter-sniper protocols, and covert extraction. She didn't just support missions. She became part of them. The truth comes out. Back at the training ground, medics rushed to Commander Hale. An admiral stepped forward, his voice tight. "Captain Cross, explain yourself." She met his gaze without arrogance. "He attempted assault," she replied. "I neutralized the threat." A pause. Then a senior SEAL commander spoke. "With respect, sir, she saved my entire team 3 years ago." Another voice followed. And mine. And mine." Stories poured out. Missions where air support was impossible, except it came. Operations where extraction failed, except she stayed. Moments where survival hinged on seconds, and she delivered. The Admiral's expression changed. Slowly, silently, he turned to the unconscious commander on the ground. Then back to Evelyn. "Captain." Dismissed. She saluted and walked away. Behind her, legends were being rewritten. Legacy of the underrated. Evelyn never became a public hero. Her records remained classified. Her sniper coordination missions erased from official timelines. Her name rarely spoken outside secured rooms. But among warriors, she was known. Not as weak, but as unstoppable. She proved that strength isn't loud. Courage doesn't boast. And heroes don't ask for permission. Sometimes, the most dangerous warrior on the battlefield is the one everyone underestimates. If you want to see even better stories like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, and press the bell icon for more updates.